Hello, folks. Well, I shall not keep you waiting, so let's get to it. This is a 962 on the right here, and this is a 956 on the left. The two cars look very similar, don't they? But there are very important differences between them. Subtle, but they're still there, which means the cars are not exactly identical twins, and so I'm here to show you the differences in the two cars. First of all, we'll look at the front of the car here. You see how this front of the 956 here is very sharp and more pointed here on the top here, as you can see here, which means that the word Dunlop here, it can go completely in front of the car here and not have to be up on the top, because the front here is thicker and here it's sharper, so that the word can appear entirely on front and not have to go up on the top at all. Whereas here on the 962, the front here is thinner. It's thinner, and the top here is not as sharp an edge, so that the word Dunlop appears mostly here on the top and not as much on the front. See, with the 962, the edge is usually thinner, so that's one way you can tell the difference. 956, the edge is thicker. 962, the edge is thinner, and the word appears here on the top. The 962 just has a thinner edge generally, so that's one way to tell. The second way to tell is the shape of the headlights. On the 956 here, you can see that they're generally more rectangular, and they go out pretty much all the way to the front of the car. Whereas here on a 962, their headlights are more square shaped, and they don't go out to the front of the car. Here you can see more of a blue spot here that you don't see on the 956. So that's another way you can tell the difference between the shape of the cars. And there are two more important differences, but I have to move the cars so I can show them to you, because they're pretty important. Put the cars on the side so that I can show you the other differences. Here and here, and you see on the 956. Here you see on the 956 with the nose. The nose is generally more of a gentle slope. Here on the 956, generally it's a gentler slope, a gentler curve. Whereas here on a 962, the nose is stubbier and more goes straight down instead of the gentle slope that you see on a 956 here. Generally slopes down gently and goes out to a straighter point. But on the 962, it's generally stubbier and goes straight down. There's no gentle slope on the nose. So there's one way, and there's a third way you can tell. And a fourth way you can tell the difference in the cars is between the wheel well here and the door here. You can see it's narrow on the 956, whereas on a 962 you can see between the wheel well here and the door it's much wider. This is because they had to make the car longer. The 962 is a longer shape than the 956, and so when they made the car longer, the shape here is wider. So a 962 is just a longer car than a 956, and you can tell the difference here. because here it's shorter distance than in a 962. So that's another important way to tell the difference between the two cars. Also, the fourth way to tell the difference is here, the shape here. See, the shape on a 956 here is different, whereas on the shape here, it is more square shapes. You see this right here, it's more square shaped on a 962. And here on a 956, it is not square shaped. It is more slanted. So that's another way to tell the difference. Well, I hope this will help you all to tell the difference. Well, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope it'll take more of an interest in cars for you, maybe. Well, see you later.